the best reason you can think of for being an atheist?
Lack of evidence supporting the belief of deities, or the existence of deities. Lack of evidence supporting the existence of deities of any kind, or spirits.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What kind of evidence would be acceptable for you?
Well, for the Christian or the Judeo-Christian God, I've thought a great deal about it, and I think that basically if we got two grills, midsummer, if we got two grills side by side, and then we prayed to Yahweh on one side and another deity on another side, and whichever deity could shoot fire down from the sky and cook the food on the barbecue, that would be evidence for the Christian God for me. So pretty much that's what it would be.
Short of that example of the barbecue and fire coming down from heaven, there's no credible evidence that you could perceive that would persuade you to believe in a God.
Well, that would be the particular one that would persuade me to believe in the Christian God or the God of the Bible. But I think that pretty much any evidence that could only be explained by a deity would be the kind of evidence that would be needed for me to believe that a God was responsible for something in the world. So if there's something that can be explained by natural causes, then I wouldn't say that, that would be evidence of a God. Because some people will say, oh, I was sick and I got healed, or I recovered, therefore a God must have been responsible. But there are natural causes that could explain that.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you believe that your brain is relatively sophisticated?
Yeah.
Would you say that you have the same brain as everyone else, or do you have a superior brain?
I'd say that my brain is physiologically it's human, but because of the different experiences I've had and my particular genetic makeup, that it's different in some ways too.
Sure, through environment, and, heredity, and things like that. But physiologically, it's the same brain as someone, say, living in England would have, or someone living in Australia would have. Would you agree?
It's a human brain. Yes,
it's a human brain. And so this human brain, in the history of the world, that is so sophisticated as what you indicated it is, has a universal defect in it, wanting to believe something that doesn't exist.
I don't think that's what's going on.
Because in the history of the world, hasn't everyone always naturally believed in a God?
I think that was because scientific understanding hadn't advanced enough, and so people would use deities to kind of fill in the gaps.
In other words, anyone that believes in science shouldn't believe in a God?
No, I don't think that that's necessarily the case, but I think that
Hold on a second.
I think that deities.
We're being interrupted.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and let you go, but have a good day.
Nice talking to you.